Hey. Whee! Hey. Hello. 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 Hey.
Today I show you how to get that kind of macro videos. Salut, I am Peach. I do a lot of macro and wildlife photography since more than 2 years now. I am a bit more in macro videography mode since a couple of months, and as usual, I will share with you what I learned along the way. At least what works for me. First, you must understand that all the video you just saw are only 5% of the work. 95% will go straight to the trash can for many reasons. It is usually too much boring because the subject is not moving. Sometimes it's not usable. Here I think my hand is touching the leaf. Here the scene is too busy and the insect is too far. This footage is too bright. This one is a bit soft because of the condensation on the lens. Sometimes you simply don't have the desired spot in focus. Wrong settings, too much wind, and so on. It is not an easy task. You need patience, a bit of experience and knowledge, a lot of luck, and the right tool with the right settings. This is what I use. It has some decent image stabilization and has a resolution of 4K, so I can crop a little bit if needed, either to make the subject a little bit bigger or to adjust the composition. It can record 50, 60, 100 or 120 frames per second, so I can slow the motion in post, and by doing so, it will make the footage smoother, therefore more enjoyable to watch. In macro videography, you have two major problems. The closer you are from your subject, the more shaky your footage will be. The closer you are from your subject, the more problems you will have with your manual or autofocus. We saw already that if you slow the motion in post, it helps with the shakiness. But you still have to produce something usable in the first place. We have to stabilize our footage as much as possible. The simplest way is to record a subject that is on the ground. First, you make sure that you don't squeeze any scorpion or snakes or something, and you make yourself comfortable. Here I am filming a little boring spider from a bad angle, just for the example. So I have both arms very stable on the ground. My left arm is under the lens. You can see that it's pretty good. It is even better if the tip of the lens is resting on a stone or anything that you could find around you. A little bag filled with sand or something similar would be a very good idea. Here I am using that wall for some stability. It was not ideal, but the subject was big enough, so at that distance it was fine. Here the tip of the lens is against the wood. I think you get the point. But you are probably asking yourself right now, how to stabilize my footage if there is nothing around to help? This is my secret weapon. I use my 1 kilo travel tripod. But wait, let me explain. I use it, but not in a traditional way. In my opinion, macro videography is about being free enough so that you will not miss the shot, but you still want a usable footage, meaning you want to be as stable as possible. So if I feel that I have the time, I will adjust the height and rest my hand on the tripod without fixing my camera on it. That way I have a lot more leeway and freedom, and still I can get the job done in most cases. It is stable enough, and you can control better the distance between the sensor and the subject. And that helps a lot with the focus, either in auto or manual. In this case, the autofocus did a good job. And if I feel that I don't have time to adjust the height, I just grab one of the legs and I'm good to go. Now that you know my secret, I must say that when you are very close, at 2:1 for example, it is so messy that your best bet is to try to get at least 1 or 2 seconds of usable footage that you will slow down in post. For example, 2 seconds at 60 frames per second will become 5 seconds at 24 frames per second. 2 seconds at 120 frames per second will become 10 seconds at 24 frames per second. You see? That's about it for the tips, but if you stay longer, I'll show you a few cool subjects that I found at the back of this hotel. Super cool place, by the way. There is a good amount of red and orange hibiscus. It's really full of insects around here. And in the first corner, there is a cute abandoned jeep. One of my first encounters was this assassin bug on the top of a plant. I think it's a Repipta, maybe a Repipta taurus, because it has two horns on his back. It is early morning and my lens is not fully at ambient temperature, so you can maybe see the image is progressively losing contrast due to the condensation. There was a good amount of common butterfly. Here we have a striped blue crow, a Orthotriana medus, an Hippolymus misipus, a Swastus gremius or Indian palm bob, and one of my favorite butterfly, the tiny grass blue. I like it because it's small and cute, but also it moves most of the time, either the legs, its striped antennae, or its wings. I did not stay too long. It was warm and a bit hostile with those stingy plants all over my clothes. Here is a few more footage that I got before leaving. I got that little beetle. Please comment below if you have any informations or if I'm wrong, by the way. I got this beautiful red dragonfly, a thin grasshopper mimicking grass, a weird fly, a plant hopper, and at last, a very small praying mantis. She walked down the leaf to investigate around a pistil. She did not attack that crab spider. You can see two legs here. And thanks for watching. I see you on the next one. Cheers!